Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you a couple different ways to get to 99 woodcutting. There's a table of contents in the description if you want to hop around to your favorite methods. First off, in order to cut down a tree you need an axe. You pretty much want to be using the best axe possible at all times, except for the last two which are a little bit special, but I'll discuss those in a minute. Free-to-play users, the best axe you can use is unfortunately Rune, but for members, one notable upgrade is the Dragon Axe, which is unlocked at level 61 woodcutting. If you also have 60 attack, you can equip it and use its special attack. It gives you a temporary +3 visible boost to your woodcutting level. If you have 60 attack and 58 woodcutting, you can actually equip it, use the special attack, and be able to woodcut with it for a little bit. Now, once you unlock the Dragon Axe, there's a few different paths you can take. Remember the two axes I mentioned earlier? They're actually upgrades to the Dragon Axe. First off, there's the Infernal Axe. Although it's not as impressive as the Infernal Cape, it's still pretty cool. You can make one at level 61 woodcutting and 85 fire making by using a smoldering stone on a Dragon Axe. Every log chopped has a 1 in 3 chance of burning, and it'll give you half of the experience you would normally get lighting that log on fire. It'll burn 5,000 logs before degrading, and you can recharge it using another Dragon Axe or smoldering stone. I'd recommend the axe because it's way cheaper. This thing is great for AFKing and can save you quite a few trips to the bank, so I definitely recommend it. At level 71 woodcutting, you unlock the Crystal Axe. However, you also need to have 70 attack and, for some reason, 50 agility if you want to wield it. Most importantly though, you'll also need to complete the Song of the Elves quest. Afterwards, you can create a crystal axe at a singing bowl in the Elf City. You just need a Dragon Axe, 120 crystal shards, and a crystal tool seed. Creating one also requires 76 crafting and smithing, but if you don't have that, Conwenna or Reese will craft you one for an extra 60 shards. The axe starts at 10,000 charges, but if you wear an elven signet ring while using it, it provides a 10% chance not to use charges. You can also add more charges to it by using crystal shards on it, and each shard will grant 100 charges. Farming these shards can be pretty annoying since they're not tradable, and the shards you do farm you could instead use to make money. You can buy crystal seeds and exchange them for shards, but it's so expensive it's not worth it. Overall, the Crystal Axe is time consuming to create and upkeep, and is only a 4.5% bonus over the Dragon Axe. But if you have the shards or just hate money, go for it. Next up is the Lumberjack Outfit, which can be unlocked by doing the Temple Trekking minigame. It gives you an extra 2.5% XP for every log you chop. The outfit itself is probably the easiest scaling outfit in the game to get, and for most players it'll take less than an hour. I have a quick guide on how to get it on screen right now. Now, it wouldn't be a woodcutting guide without discussing the Woodcutting Guild, something I forgot to talk about in the guide I made 4 years ago and was never allowed to forget again. Anyway, once you reach level 60 woodcutting, if you also have at least 75% favor with the Hosidius house on Zaya, you can access the Woodcutting Guild. Cutting trees inside the guild gives you an invisible +7 boost to your woodcutting level, meaning you'll chop them faster and earn XP faster. However, because the boost is invisible, it doesn't let you chop trees you don't already have the level for. The guild also includes a sawmill, axe shop, and a dungeon full of ents. Now onto the actual training methods. Starting off from levels 1 to 15, you'll be chopping regular trees. If you want to know where to find them, just look around literally anywhere. Regular trees are pretty much all over RuneScape. You only need to chop 97 logs to get to level 15, so this should be pretty quick. Next up, from levels 15 to 30, you'll be chopping down oak trees. One of my favorite spots for these is just southwest of Varrock's West Bank, but that spot can get pretty crowded, so just south of Sears Village Bank is also a good spot. In total, you'll need to chop 293 oak logs to get to level 30. From levels 30 to 35, you'll be chopping willow trees. There's a few good spots for these, but the most popular one is in Drainer Village. I personally like it because the Dark Wizards are constantly taking out low-level bots. So if you find woodcutting boring, maybe give Drainer a visit. In total, you'll only need 134 logs to reach level 35. However, if you are a free-to-play player, this is where your journey ends. Willows are the best XP per hour to get to 99. In total, you'll need 192,905 logs. So maybe it's time to consider buying membership. At level 35, you unlock teak trees. There's a few different spots you can train on these, but one of the best spots spots with no requirements is on the Isle of Souls. It's the only spot with this many trees that has no requirements. However, if you do have the requirements and have completed Song of the Elves, I'd recommend the Prifddinas location, as you can earn crystal shards by chopping here. Fossil Island is also a good option if you want to bank logs, but you do need to plant your own trees, which requires 35 farming. Now, assuming you're not doing any form of tick manipulation, you should actually only do teaks until 62 or 65, because at that point, alternate methods I'm going to discuss in a minute are much better. However, 2-ticking teaks is one of the easier tick manipulation strategies in the game, and if you're up for the challenge, you pretty much double the XP you'd normally get here. It's actually the fastest woodcutting XP in the game, except for 1.5 ticking, which you only really do if you hate yourself. I personally can't do it, and I couldn't find any guides on it, but I will link some footage that may help you learn. With that being said, this is how you 2-tick. I'm going to be using the Prif location for this example. Regardless of where you go, you're going to want a short bow on rapid and nothing in your ammo slot. You'll also need runes to cast low-level spells like Airstrike or Curse. So first, you want to cast a spell on 2 rabbits and line them up next to this tree. You want it so when they attack you, their hit splats never stack. One easy way to do this is to lure both rabbits over to the tree, lure one in between, and right when it attacks you, step underneath it. In most cases, it should go to the other side and they'll be lined up properly. If not, just try this a couple times. You can do it with both rabbits facing you on opposite sides, but I prefer running to this tile and running back in so they're both on the same spot. From there, I like to turn on RuneLite's metronome plugin and click the tree and then the ground along with the beat. It may take a little while to get down, but once you get into the rhythm, it's pretty easy. I'd also recommend installing the left-click dropper plugin from the plugin hub so you can just left-click the teak logs to drop them. Now, you'll know if you're doing this right if your character keeps turning like he's stuck on a broken carnival ride. If you mess up, just click on the ground to stop chopping and try again. If you're still having a little bit of trouble learning this method, I'll link to a video down below by my buddy Fart Shartley. He has a really good guide on how to use the beat of Sea Shanty 2 to help you 2-tick, and it actually works really well. At level 62, you unlock the Blisterwood tree, assuming you've done the Sins of the Father quest. Now, this tree is only slightly better than non-tick manipulated teaks, but it's popular for one main reason. It never despawns. On occasion, your character will randomly stop chopping and you'll have to click on it again, but it's still pretty convenient. However, in my testing, my character stopped chopping a lot faster than it usually takes for teak trees to be fully chopped down, but that might just be my character getting unlucky. However, another advantage it has over most teak spots is that there's a bank nearby. However, the logs are untradeable and you can't be wearing the Lumberjack outfit, as you'll need to be wearing the Virewatch Noble outfit in order to access the bank. At level 65, you unlock Celiacep mushrooms on Fossil Island. Keep in mind, you will need to have completed the Bone Voyage quest in order to access the island, but it's very worth it, as Celiaceps are the fastest woodcutting method in the game if you're not using tick manipulation. Now, I'd also recommend having a high hit points and defense level, as there's a few things that can damage you while training. Tar monsters, which can't be prayed against, and spine mushrooms, which also can't be prayed against and will poison you. So for the tar monsters, I like to bring some extra range defense like a Dragonfire shield and a Ring of Suffering. I'd also bring things to help you regenerate hit points like a hit points cape and regen bracelet. For the spine mushrooms, you'll need something to cure the poison. I like to bring an antidote ++. Other than that, all you need is an axe, dig site pendant, some food, and a rake. To get to the training spot, you want to use your dig site pendant to teleport to Fossil Island. From there, teleport to the mushroom meadow using the magic mush tree system and run all the way south. From here, if you have more than 50 HP, click on the rubber cap mushroom. I say you need 50 because otherwise you could get one hit, and I learned this the hard way. Once you land, go unlock the magic mush tree so you can teleport here instantly in the future. For those of you without 50 HP, unfortunately you'll have to run through the swamp and unlock it that way. Now that you've unlocked the tree, chop the first Celiacep until you receive 9 bitter cap mushrooms. Place them in the landing spot so next time you use the rubber cap, you won't take any damage. You'll have to do this after every time you use it. Afterwards, go back to the Celiacep and chop it until it depletes. Personally, I like to keep some of the more valuable mushrooms, but you'll need to drop most of them for inventory space. As you saw on screen, I ran over to another Celiacep. They actually always spawn in the exact same pattern pattern as shown on this map. From here, just follow this path, rake and chop vines out of the way when necessary, chop the Celioseps in the proper order, and watch out for enemies and repeat. At level 90, you unlock redwoods, which are located in the Woodcutting Guild. Redwoods are by far my favorite method to train woodcutting as they're extremely AFK. On my grind to 99, I can remember getting logged out multiple times because after 5 minutes my character was still chopping. They also provide you with a little bit of GP should you choose to bank the logs, but it's nothing crazy. Today's video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. They're a fast, cheap, and really easy to use VPN service. Just download it, sign in, press the big button, and boom, all your browsing data is encrypted and rerouted through their secure servers. Personally, I use a VPN all the time while playing RuneScape, especially whenever I'm streaming. You never know who's lurking in your chat. A bad actor could link you to a malicious website, and if you don't have a VPN, they'll instantly see your IP and be able to boot you offline. Or if streaming's not your thing, ExpressVPN is also great for privacy. Some ISPs actually sell your browsing data to advertising agencies, and with ExpressVPN you can lock them out. ExpressVPN even has a no logs policy, and their trusted server technology has really raised the bar when it comes to security. If all that sounds good to you, my viewers can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free with a subscription by visiting expressvpn.com/Colonello or clicking the link in the description below. So that's about it. As always, a huge thank you to the Old School Wiki team, as a lot of information in this guide was sourced from them. I will see you in the next video.